Today in our exposure room and our washout room, this is where we expose all our silk screens. As you can see, I've got a big trolley here for the silk screens. These have been washed, degreased and dried. And what I'm going to be doing today is coating the screens, getting them ready to expose. And I'm going to walk you through the process, show you what I'm doing. Anyone looking to start a streetwear brand, or if you're just new to screen printing, this is how you're going to be coating the screens. Ask any questions, put them in the comment section below, and yeah, I'm going to get to it. Okay, so first things first, like I said before, you want to make sure that all your silk screens are clean. Okay, on some of your silk screens you might get a bit of hazing. This is just where the ink has been laid down onto the screen. It's not very important. You can use a dehazer. I have, but as you can see on this one, there's still a bit on there, but it's a clear screen, so you see a bit of a design. It's nothing to worry about, and it will still work perfectly. So you want to make sure that your screens are like free from all the emulsion and ink, have been washed and degreased properly and left to dry, and you don't really want to be touching the mesh on the screens with your bare hands afterwards. So yeah, these are now ready to coat. I've got quite a lot here to do, and today we're going to be using emulsion, which is Screen Sol Lead Blue. I really like this emulsion by MX because we've got an LED exposure unit. This is one that I built myself here. So this is our exposure unit. At the moment, I just made do with what I've got, which was these two like floodlights and these other sort of LED strips. I'll show you exactly what it looks like when you put it on. You know, probably get a suntan from this. Okay, so we have different size screens. For different size screens, you're going to be using different size coating troughs. I like these coating troughs. They're double edge, one with a thinner edge here, one with a more rounded edge. You're going to get more clean sort of you get like a more clean sort of laying down of the emulsion with this, and a little bit more thicker with this edge. These are really, really good. I think the most common coating troughs you'll find is these. Now you can get these by Hunt the Moon. I've used these for a while. They're great and all. One of the problems I find with them is this. You see, these things tend to break, and then you get leakage of the emulsion all over the show. I should probably put a bit of gaffer tape on that, but these are still really good. I mean, they're cheaper than the ones I've got here, but if you're just starting out, these are great. Easy to hold, easy to use. We tried to get a safe light for this room, which was this yellow bulb. It does work, I mean, but you'll see now it's pretty dark in here, and you can see what you're doing, and it is a safe light, yes, but the big light up here had a plastic cover, and we sprayed it yellow, so the whole room we hope is sort of like yellow and safe light. So we tried to make our own. It seems to work. It's done us okay, so there's a good way around it. Okay, so I'm going to be pouring this emulsion into the coating trough right now. You always want to run your fingers along the bead of the coating trough, right? Just to make sure that there's no dents in it or anything like that, because a dent in the coating trough can actually make a big difference to the way it is. So now I've noticed I've got, could be a little bit of build up there. I don't know if you can hear that. That's on this side, but I'm not going to be using the bigger side here. Now this side is nice and smooth, which is what I want. So I'm going to pour enough emulsion into the trough. Okay, so this is a two-part emulsion. So you'd have like I think it's like a Daihatsu little bottle that you fill with water, and you pour you pour it into this. This will be blue normally, and once you mix it up, it goes green. Right, so I'm gonna let that just sit for a second. Now I'm going to take it over to my screen. What you want to do is get your screen. Now I've turned the screen the other way because I think this is just a better way to coat it. So I'm going to tilt the screen until the bead is touching the screen, and by the bead I mean the actual emulsion, and this bit here will be flat, the screen. So what I'm going to do is, it'd be better if I just get even with it first. Okay, so I'll tilt that there. And then you just tilt it back and let any emulsion just tip back into the trough. You can do this with one hand as well. So what I like to do is get the screen at this angle so I can get it in, and then tilt it, push, and tilt back. And then I'll go again on the back side here. Tilt, let the bead touch the screen. And tilt back. So I got this screen here, and that's when this coating trough comes in handy, because it fits really well inside. So I'm going to do the back end of this. I'll just turn you so you can see.
Hey yo, raise 'em up. Hey yo, raise 'em up.
Okay, so now I've just finished coating all them screens. I just did a time lapse there, speeds it up, like, you know. So I got all the screens on the trolley there. I've got these ones here, they're stacked, but they're separated by the caps I use on the spray cans, so they do come in handy for other things. So the next most important thing you want to be doing after you've done this is clean up. You want to make sure that your coating trays and all your tools are perfectly clean, especially along the edges of your coating trays. Your coating trays need to be totally clean, and the edges need to be super clean as well. You don't want to be running your finger along the edge afterwards and feeling bumps and stuff like that. So just be careful when you're cleaning them, not to dent them and stuff. So I would suggest getting a brush. There's one I use here for emulsion removal. So I'm going to be scrubbing these down with water and getting them clean, dry them up and put them away afterwards. So that is important. You look after your equipment, it looks after you. What I'm going to do now is switch off the light. I've got two dehumidifiers in here. There's one down here. I've got another one just outside the room. I'm going to have them running in here overnight, and it will draw all the moisture out of the screen. I should be ready to expose the screens in the morning. So what I'll do is post another video of when I'm exposing the screens and how I set them up and how I get them registered on the press and stuff, so you can see that. Like I said, if anyone's got any questions, please fire it away. We're here to help. We're here to give advice as best as we can anyway, because it's like I say, it's a learning process. You never stop learning with screen printing. So yeah, if you're just starting out a brand, or you're looking to get into starting your own streetwear brand or clothing brand, like whatever you want to call it, you want some advice, if we can give you some advice, we will. You know, just put some questions down below and I'll do my best to answer them. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, see you later.